Crucial Conversations, Talking Smart When Stakes Are High. Hi, this is Rahul, and you're watching Books I Read, where I share the books that help us lead better at work and at home. Today's book is Crucial Conversation, Tools for Talking When the Stakes Are High by Kerry, Patterson, Joseph Grenny, and co-authors. It gives a simple framework to handle those tough talks when stakes are high. Opinions differ, emotions are running high. Why this book works in India? In India, many of us are taught to adjust, avoid open conflict, and respect our seniors by keeping quiet so real issues stay under the carpet. This book shows how to be respectful and still be direct. Whether you are talking to a senior chef, a franchisee owner, a team member, or even a family elder. What is a crucial conversation and why do we need to talk about it, think about it, and maybe try to pull it in our daily life? The authors define a crucial conversations as just any decision where stakes are high. When the stakes are high, definitely you will see people having different opinions. Emotions are becoming really strong. You have your style of thinking, the other person might have another style of thinking. Similarly, or ironically, in these moments, most people either go to silent, which you can say something like keep everything inside, or go violent, raise their voice, attack, or use sarcasm, and both damage trust and results. Typical Indian examples I would like to share over here. You do not tell the owner that his cost cutting is affecting the food quality because बोल सकते हैं, he will feel bad about it. Similar situations keep arising in our work. After tolerating late coming for weeks, you suddenly blast a staff member in front of guests and the relationship is damaged for all. The promise of this book, if you can upgrade how you talk in these few crucial moments, how overall life and leadership can move to really the next level. So these are some important points which I will talk about. One of the important tools which this book talks about is CRIB, mutual purpose. When both sides want different things and you feel kind of stuck, you want staff discipline, they want flexible timings. For example, CRIB is the toolkit created by mutual purpose, so both feel we are on the same page or the same side and we are not enemies. So what does CRIB stands for? This is very important. CRIB. C stands for commit to mutual purpose. Decide you will not win at their cost. You will find a solution that might work for both of you. R stands for recognizing the purpose behind the strategy. Ask what they really want beneath the demand. Because sometimes what we hear is something like a superficial conversation. Similarly, next is I. Invent a mutual purpose. Find a higher goal for both of the parties, not for only one. And B is brainstorm the strategies which you build together. Think of options, satisfy the shared purpose. And this way, we will be able to create much better options and opinions around it. So with that, we can talk about more ideas and more opinions coming together and working in a much better scenario. Dekho, I don't want it to be my way or your way. I want a plan where guests are happy and your personal issue is also handled. Tell me exactly what do you need and why. Is it the classes? Is it family responsibilities? Or is it something else? You need to be open about discussing when you're talking about crucial conversations. Nothing under the carpet, as I just now told. We both want no chaos during 7 to 10 p.m. And you also want to support your family. Can we agree that both are important? Family as well as work between 7 to 10 when our dinner timings are on? Okay, options: can we change our weekly offs? Can we rotate the duties or train maybe one more person in the team at your station so you can leave maybe a couple of hours early, or maybe on few of the important days you can be there with the family. Now you are solving together. not fighting over my shift versus your problem. So these are some real life scenarios where these things get executed. I have one more example of Crib. There's a franchisee owner and an operator head. And the situation generally revolves around owners want to cut staff and save cost. Whenever things like that happen, the service eventually suffers. We both want a long-term profitability and a strong reputation, not just 1 month of saving. Is that right? So let us list options that protect the service and still help the cost. Smarter rosters, cross-training, cutting wastage first, and testing challenges in one outlet before we apply to more outlets. Test in a smaller locations and then execute in a larger location. Crib helps to keep your respect intact while moving the discussion from the space of ego to a shared business goal. The second tool, which I also want to take from this book, is about state your path, which is very important. Stating a path is making your message across. Once safely and mutually the purpose are put onto the table, you still have to say and point in a very clear and a respectable manner so that the message goes across. The author has given the STATE principle, which is STATE, in a very easy format to remember. S stands for share your facts. Start with data, not with a drama. We always need to start about the data. Tell your story, your interpretation, and tell this very calmly. Ask for others' path. Invite their view. What do you think about it? Talk tentatively. Soft language. I am thinking and I may be wrong. Things like that. Use them more. E stands for encourage testing. Testing becomes a very important part. When you show disagreement, that is always welcome. One example of state, feedback to a senior chef. You think the head chef is shouting too much and demotivating the staff all the time. Now, what do you do in this situation? This is how we go about it. Chef, in the last 2 weeks, I have seen 3 incidents where commies were shouted in an open kitchen during the service, loud enough for the guest to turn around. And I am happy to share these timings as well as the guest table numbers which were able to hear. Because of that, I'm worried people are getting scared to speak up. And the guest may feel that this place is very chaotic, too much of drama going around. What do you see? Maybe I might be missing some context around some things. I could be wrong also, but I feel if we shift these conversations to back area or maybe after the service, we can keep discipline and also protect the morale of the staff. What do you think about it? If you feel this does not work in the rush hour, please say so. We can adjust the idea, and I'm happy to test this with you and support you in all your decisions. You will definitely see that the seniority, but you're not silent, still getting some changes in the kitchen. And tolerating is not the real problem. I have one more example of state. Performance task with underperforming team member. This is a scenario which is available in most of the hierarchical organization where there is someone who's senior and someone who's junior. And these situations sometimes go like this. In the last month, you have been late 7 times for opening shift. And twice the station was not set till 11 o'clock, which is just cutting too close to our opening timings of the kitchen. This makes me think maybe you are struggling with your schedule or motivation, and it is affecting the whole team. I can tell you the story of last Wednesday when I was just crossing by and you saw that while running around, you dropped 1 bowl full of cheese and roasted bell pepper. What happened? Would you like to explain? My sense is that we need either a clear path to fix this or change the role or the shift. What do you think? Because your buy-in is also very, very important. My understanding is off. Correct me. I want to get into the full picture of this scenario. If my understanding is off, correct me. I will be happy to participate in this. If we talk like this with our team members, state makes the talk very firm and it's not insulting at all, which fits very well with Indian sensible scenarios in and around and at the same time we are respectful and still saving the face. How to start using this book? Number one is maybe write one conversation you're trying to avoid. What do you really want for yourself or the other person and the relationship over the next 6 months? Use that to draft a crib style opening that shows you care about the shared purpose, not just winning the argument. These are very important points. Second point is use one of the crib line consistently and consciously in your next conflict with team, bosses, or maybe even spouse. Say one line that name a mutual purpose. We both want to work long term, right? Let's think about options that support both of our needs. So this is how we work around in the crib situation. Third point, it's about state conversation. Example, before we talk about feedback, jot down your facts and your story so that you don't start with accusations. When we talk about accusations, we really do not end up anything in a good space. During the talk, force yourself to ask their side and genuinely listen before giving any situation or solution. These are very, very important points. You should read this. You handle teams, you handle your parents or maybe clients. Often feel either I spoke too harshly or I should have said something but kept quiet. Your work in Indian family business or hospitality or startup, even corporate setups where hierarchy and emotion make an honest talk very, very tricky. You want a practical tool for any tough talk, appraisals, negotiations, family decisions. Then this book is a reread option. Go to this book again and again. My quick rating under the books I read for this book is the practical tools like crib and state are 5 out of 5. Are easy to remember and you can use them in your real conversations. Stories example 4 out of 5. Mostly American examples, but you can easily translate them to Indian situations. So there was an example of carjacking. There were examples of scenarios where it would have led into not so great ending. Read and reread value is 5 out of 5. A book to revisit before your appraisals, tough negotiations, and any conversation you're dreading. If this episode of Books I Read on Crucial Conversations have helped you, do like, share, and subscribe, and send it to one person who is postponing that difficult talk. Tell me in the comments, I invite you about will you try the crib first or the state first? And with whom? Your boss or your team or maybe at home. Do try that and definitely it will give you a great result and will shift you from the current place where you are into a much better and a enjoyable position. Thank you. Signing off, Rahul Srivastav. Bye-bye.